Internet. I'm Tanya from Hallyu, and I sound super sick right now. I'm sorry. So, I've been writing this series, which is not that long yet, but it will be soon, hopefully. And it's called Hallyu Crazy. And I started writing it because I get asked questions a lot about why Asia, why Korean, just that whole section. So it's basically answering that question as many times as possible without anything. So they're all written and they're all on Hallyu, but one of my friends suggested that since I do Fangirl Friday, I should actually make the video version of these because I guess I make crazy faces and I'm funny. I don't know. Alright, so the most common question I get is, why do you like that stuff? And I always like how people put stuff instead of being very specific about what they're talking about. So there's a lot of stuff I like, so you really have to be specific when you ask me these questions. Like, I love food, anime, dramas, fashion, music, art. So what part are you questioning? Generally, though, it has to do with that obsession that I have with Asian culture and specifically why I'm crazy for Hallyu. But it's simple to me. Why do I like it? The question is similar as, why do you like the color gray? I just like it. I do. That's pretty much it. I grew up in a home where my family moved a lot because my mom's job required that we had to do so. And because of that, I was exposed to a lot of different places and religions and cultures. In fact, when we lived in Hawaii, I used to go to a different church with a different friend every weekend because my parents weren't necessarily religious, but they were all for me learning about anything that I wanted to. And because my parents were so open and willing to let me explore anything, they pretty much let me do it as long as it didn't cause physical harm to myself. Maybe because they did let me take Taekwondo, so we'll call it major physical harm. They let me do lots of things, and I always appreciated that because it gave me a new respect for all of the adventures that I could go get to have. It wasn't just oh, I'm gonna get to do this. It was actually the responsibility of learning how to learn, basically. So why do I tend to lean more towards the Asian cultures? The bulk of my childhood I spent in Honolulu, Hawaii, which is pretty much the melting pot of Asian cultures. To be cliche, I'm really sorry about that. I had friends and neighbors who were Filipino, Korean, Chinese, Samoan, so many other things, but it was those Asian cultures that dominated. So I started watching anime in kindergarten. I knew how to use chopsticks by the time I was 5, and not the learning chopsticks, like actual ones, because the Japanese family that taught me how to use chopsticks, they didn't do that. You either did it or you didn't eat. That's just the way it was. I've learned more folklore through bedtime stories than I know what to do with. And I tell all these stories to my short people, which we've seen one. You might see the other one, I don't know. It just depends on how much I'm gonna expose them to the internet. So I've spent my whole life exploring all of this because it's been a nurtured behavior in my house. Even still, my parents don't quite get it, but they know that I like it, and they're like, well, as long as you're taking care of yourself and you're not being crazy, go for it. Told them I want to go to Korea. They're like, just don't go close to the border with North Korea and you'll be good. I'm like, okay. But because it was nurtured for me, there's no plans on stopping that anytime soon. That's become a mindset behavior that's always going to be there. So that's the most basic question, and I'm going to end that one there because there's so many more questions. And I'm actually, I don't know. Why do I like that stuff? Because I do. That's it. So simple. Because I do. And I hope you like it too. K-pop's fantastic, so are dramas. Everything. And it doesn't matter whether other people judge you about it or not. You like what you like, and that's what it's gonna be. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye!